Quarter 4 unit assessment. First, type your first name in the box here. Next, type your last name in the box here. You will now select your cycle number. Number 1. All living things are made of skin, energy, or cells. Number 2. Any living thing is called unicellular, organism, or organ. Number 3. An organism made of more than one cell is called intelligent, multicellular, or unicellular. Number 4. Blank is the most abundant chemical found in all cells. Lipids, proteins, water. Number 5. Any change in the environment that makes an organism react is called response, stimulus, or repair. Number 6. Food, water, blank, and homeostasis are basic needs of living things. Living space, air, oxygen. Number 7. Blank is the ability of an organism to maintain stable internal conditions when the environment changes. Spontaneous generation, homeostasis, or stimulus. Number 8. Organisms that are not able to produce their own food and consume other organisms are heterotroph, autotroph, automorphs. Number 9. Which scientist helped to disprove spontaneous generation by using swan neck flasks and boiled chicken broth? Francesco Redi, Louis Pasteur, Alexander Graham Bell. Number 10. Select all of the characteristics that living organisms share. There are more than one answer. Breathes oxygen, made of cells, eats meat, contains similar chemicals like DNA, carbohydrates, lipids, water, uses energy, can walk, grows and develops, reproduces, cares for its young offspring, responds to environment, has eyes. Number 11. Blank is the mistaken idea that living things come from non-living things. Spontaneous generation, homeostasis, Pasteur. Number 12. A cell structure that contains DNA, nucleic acids, the chemical instructions that direct all the cell's activities. Cell wall, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum. Number 13. A small round cell structure containing chemicals that break down large food particles into smaller ones, recycles materials. Cytoplasm, vacuole, lysosome. Number 14. The basic unit of structure and function in living organisms. Cytoplasm, vacuole, cell. 15. Rod-shaped cell structures that convert energy in food molecules to energy the cell can use to carry out its functions. The powerhouse of the cell. Nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi body. 16. The tiny cell structures that carry out a specific function within the cell. Microscope, organelles, cell wall. 17. A rigid layer of non-living material that surrounds the cells of plants and some other organisms. Microscope, cell wall, mitochondria. Number 18. A cell structure that controls which substances can enter or leave the cell, which is like security. Microscope, organelle, cell membrane. Number 19. An instrument that makes small objects look larger. Cell, microscope, cell theory. Number 20. The gel-like region between the cell membrane and the nucleus, the fluid that surrounds the organelles. Cytoplasm, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum. 21. The widely accepted explanation for the relationship between cells and living things. Cell, microscope, cell theory. 22. The maze of passageways in which proteins and other materials are transported from one part of the cell to another. Microscope, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body. 23. A small, grain-like structure in the cytoplasm of a cell where proteins are made, like a little factory. Mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosome. 24. A sac inside the cell that acts as a storage area for extra water, food, or waste. Chloroplast, vacuole, lysosome. 25. A structure in plant cells that captures energy from sunlight and uses it to make food. Chloroplast, vacuole, lysosome. 26. A cell structure that receives proteins and other newly formed materials from the endoplasmic reticulum, packages them, and distributes them to other parts of the cell. Endoplasmic reticulum, ribosome, Golgi body. Number 27. Identify the cell structure at number 1. So number 1's right up here, pointing to this outer border of the plant cell. Is that the Golgi body, the cell membrane, or the cell wall? 28. Identify the cell structure at number 8. So number 8's down here, pointing to the organelle that looks like a hot dog with mustard right over here. Is it the mitochondria, chloroplast, cell wall? Number 29. Identify the cell structure at number 4. So number 4 is right here, pointing to this circle in the middle of the cell. Is that the mitochondria, nucleus, or the vacuole? Number 30. Identify the cell structure at number 11. Number 11's all the way over here, pointing to the organelle located right next to the nucleus. Is that the mitochondria, Golgi body, or the endoplasmic reticulum. And number 31, identify the cell structure at number 7. So number 7 is right over here. The organelle is only in plant cells. Is it the chloroplast, the Golgi body, or mitochondria?